That seemed pretty cool though. Is that cool? Right now we're in the Red Goth, which is a working class pub in Lahore in the Banat area of Fife, which is an old mining community. And we grew up in this, basically in this room, to be honest with you, because me and Kev, way back when our parents chucked us out, we played on like bus stops for a while, and then we went from bus stops to, we broke into a house, and so we started playing guitar in the house for a while. And then after that we went to Paris Street. Before Paris Street we came in here with acoustic guitars, just the two of us, and Derek Wilson Senior and Teresa Dornley, who are the pair that run this place, they were always good to us, and they always let us come up and try and work out this whole music thing. Because I always just had in my mind for a long time that, well, we've got to come to this place and fill it to the rafters and fill it through life. Because for the longest time there was nothing but like sort of bad vibes, and I suppose we weirdos with fucking guitars were never really welcome.
It was the first time in a long time I felt no nerves, it just felt really right. You know, this is something we've all been talking about for years since our previous bands, and it's only materialised now, so it's a long time coming, and we just grasped it by both hands and played probably the best show we've ever played as a band.
The emotions were running high because there was loads of people, but people that we knew that were going to come, and it was good because that's what we planned. We planned for people to come for this area, for the Gelly, which is close to this place, Dunfermline, just all our Fife. Bring people together and do something special. So I think that added to the energy.
Like back in the day, like you hear stories of dads and that used to come out with mobbed all the time. And that night it was kind of like all the generations came together. Like young boys, older, kind of just, it was good, it was cool. Like young cunts here with their mums and dads, and that was pretty special to see. It's quite, I'm not going to say emotional because I did get that emotional, but it was pretty special, man. It was nice to see. It was nice to see it. How our mums and dads described it, you know what I mean? You kind of got a feel of what it was like back in the day.
Put it up outside a chip shop, and we didn't know who was going to turn up, and all of a sudden there was about 6 cars that turned up for like rascals. Barry in the video, he's a sort of young musician that's just sort of getting shunned. Robbie's the one that sort of, he got all the other guys in his wee group together, and they sort of galvanised the whole group. And I spoke to him in the pub after that, and he seemed to have a lot on for him, but unfortunately, not long after the video was actually released, he actually took his own life. It was just so much the antithesis of what the song's intended to be about. So that puts a sort of a bit of sadness to it, but aye, it all adds up to having a lot of importance, to me anyway. And it was good to sort of put, again, these streets that we all grew up on, that no one ever gave a fuck about, up there on the silver screen.
And to see all these young boys out at night, pissing the rain in their tracksuit tops, they really got into it, and I think that actually made the video, when you seen everyone getting involved, it was amazing.
Just start preaching fucking fire and brimstone.
Seems they like it already.
Jesus! In the name of the Lord! You want to see a miracle? I'm gonna give you a miracle! And I'm gonna make you walk again! Can I get a hallelujah? Hallelujah! He's gonna walk again! You're gonna walk again, brother! You're gonna walk again! I promise you! Come on, brothers! Help this poor unfortunate soldier! That's it! Bring it on! Bring it on! Get him on! And when I count to 5, you will walk again! 1, 2, 3, 4. I feel them! I feel the now! 5! He will walk! It's all in the blood! It's all in the blood! Nightcrawler is obviously one I'm going to say it was my favourite because I had to play that main figure, that main character in it, and I got to do a lot of stuff. I got to create something that I felt deep in my heart I had to get out as well, like that other side to you, that dark side to everybody that people didn't like to show to the world. The main thing was getting me into that pram. I didn't like that because they were like, right, you just go into the pram and then we'll just push it. And I was like, well, I need to trust you people to stop me in this pram. No happening, but obviously I had to take one for the team.
He's in the pram with his face replacing like a baby's head, and he's getting rolled down the street, and we're just got to leave it there. And I remember just thinking, somebody needs to crash into this cunt, you know? But none of us would want to do it. So my mate Danny comes in, and we just asked him straight up, like, do you want to crash like a 40 mile an hour into this pram? And he just had no problem with it. He drove into it, smashed all his lights to fuck.
Yeah, sexy!
Farmer Bob drove up and shouted, "Take care, animals! Fergus, I'll go and see what has happened." Fergus rounded up the animals and hurried them into the barn. He counted everyone. 1 cow, 2 ducks, 3 pigs, and 4. Where were the hens?
Freak Show was the first one that they were ever sort of pulled together as a group, and it was a big deal to everybody involved, including the director of the piece, which is Rory Cowison, is a good friend of mine. I went to some auction house and we bought loads of props, like fucking mad shit, like old record players, everything you see in the video. We found this location which was basically like fucking Wayne Manor, in the middle of an abandoned field somewhere in the godless part of Dundee.
Basically it was in the middle of a field, and the field was quite hard to access from a van, so we had to do like 5 trips with our gear.
And then I get sent away to go and get a generator to create electricity for all the props and all the lighting and stuff. And I'm getting phone calls saying like, it's a no-go.
This place we had scoped out for fucking weeks before it. We went up a couple of occasions, worked out all the shots that we wanted, together with Rory obviously, and he decided exactly what he wanted for whatever scene, whatever angle. We had it all mapped out.
Final trip, this farmer came out and was like, you can't use this. Like if you go in there, we'll get a phone the police.
We took the last load of heavy gear, and it was left for us to just basically lock the car doors and then begin filming. And then we've seen through the thorns and the nettles, through the branches, we've seen this classic Tory guy. Like it's quite hard to explain to somebody that owns the land that you're on, that you're trying to, you're 4 idiots trying to make a fucking rock and roll video, you know what I mean? and we put that much into it beforehand. I remember thinking, I was like, well maybe I could just choke him out and just leave him in the bushes for an hour or two till we fucking got this shit done. Against my best judgment, I decided not to do that. But fortunately, it all worked out for the better in the end, because Rory knew a guy who knew a guy that could get us into this abandoned theatre in Kirkcaldy, the King's Theatre.
Luckily, man Rory kept somewhere. We managed to get down there, get all the props together, and I think we ended up filming it in about 2 hours. Absolutely smashed it, and that was brilliant, man. Loved it.
Within 3 hours, we set the venue up, we got it all dressed up, filmed the video, and that was us done. And it was chaotic. Absolutely fucking manic, in fact.
Shops to buy some cigarettes, breathing in nicotine and solvents. If I was young, I'd do it all again. Kill my body, stay away from heroin. And it makes me think of you and your black and blue eyes. And with your battered lungs, I'll be fire. We were wired, trading truth and revolutionary song. You said there's nothing wrong with you. We're all fucked up, you're just morons. You said there's nothing wrong with you. Perhaps there is, only we both have it. From parks of boozers to demon jagger browns, on nothing job that keeps you down in the ground. Forsaken town, you taught me everything. Now to be brave enough to spit in the face of it and spill our fire to you and your black and blue eyes. And with your battered lungs, you breathe fire. We were wired, trading truth and revolutionary song. You said there's nothing wrong with you. We're all fucked up, you're just moronic. You said there's nothing wrong with you. Perhaps there is, only we both have it. But all stone bad, only we both show it. Upon a stage, I watched her walk away. Purest contempt to take and land of a pretty face. I almost followed, I knew I had to stay. The crowd was screaming, they were begging the band to play. And still I find you and your black and blue eyes. And with your battered six-string breathing fire, we were wired, truth and revolutionary song. You said there's nothing wrong with you. We're all fucked up, you're just morons. You said there's nothing
Where do I see culture in 2020? Pass. Pass. Pass.
And, anyone born in the 90s really are in a really unusual position because we bridge the gap between the old world and the new. And, culture's never been so hard to pinpoint because you can look at the news and you can see that everyone feels afraid, everyone's terrified, or everyone's racist, or everyone's got extreme opinions about this, that and the other, and it's all going to hell in a fucking handbasket.
Obviously there's a lot of shit happening around the world right now, a lot of bad shit. And I think finally people are starting to get fed up with it. And I think this will be the year that the people start to have their say about a lot of things.
They always say every 10 years it's the same music sort of comes back. You can sort of see that. I think right now music's quite exciting culturally. It is, because it's like things are coming back, that punk vibe, that attitude, which leads on to a lot of different things, the way people are thinking. And I think that's the most important thing for me, like the way people, especially a younger generation, let's just say for like 20, 40, 30 year olds, are starting to think for themselves.
It's going to be a huge year. Hopefully it doesn't involve World War III. That would be ideal. There's Ken and Urla who just start getting somewhere and then fucking the world will get nuked. But I don't know, hopefully it's a positive year. But I can see a lot of bad things happening, to be honest with you. But we just need to ride it, I suppose, and see how we get on.
We've got a lot of music to release this year. So I suppose this is the year where the experimentation phase is over.
So we're going to focus a lot on writing, get a new set on the go, and we're also going to be doing some recording as well. And throughout the year we've got some singles ready to release, a couple more videos, so that'll keep us ticking over.
We had a good year in 2019. We learned, we worked hard at parts, we got sloppy at parts. I think maturity plays a big part in like learning what you need to do, like how you need to get your ducks in a row. So like 2019 we done very good, got sloppy, done very good, got sloppy, and I think a lot of bands do, you know, you need to find your way. But what that done was spearheaded us into 2020.
All we want for this year is to be able to release as much music as possible, and I'm hoping to really give people that sort of that feeling of like having your like veins filled with lightning. And the only way that we do that is if we keep pushing this thing further and further.
We've got a lot of things planned this year. We've got a lot of cool videos, man. I'm really looking forward to doing videos. A lot of recording. Hopefully we'll get some festivals and stuff this summer. That's my aim, to get some festivals and stuff this summer and get in for free. I mean, I'm sick of paying to go to festivals. I'm getting in there for free.
There's no excuses this year. There's no excuses for us. We know what we need to do. We know how to do it, and we just need to put that work and dedication in.
I think the goal for this year is to just keep doing what we do, and by the end of it, we'll see who's left standing. To be honest with you, I think when Austin keeps from the table, so to speak, there's a lot of great bands in this country, and a lot more successful bands than us, as they never tire to remind us. But they're all willing to be the biggest fish in a small underground indie/punk bowl, if you like, yeah. Now, I think that's the point of rock and roll music. Yeah. I think that really we need to be pushing to actually push the mainstream and actually overtake the mainstream. And so I'd like to see people with ambition to just take their artistry and their songwriting and their attitude and their shows, and they're not just want to do it for a fashion statement. They'll want to actually to be big enough, to be great enough, to be fucking wild enough to take it all on. And to be honest with you, If they not got to do it, and we are.